Good morning, welcome to my channel. And today's video is called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So right now I'm going to show you what the good is. The seed that we planted in the newly excavated area this spring has come up really well. And what we planted was a pasture mixture that had clover and some grasses. I can't remember the mixture. But in all of this drought that we've had and the cool weather start and then basically just cutting the grass when it came up, we've done nothing to it, and it's turned out fabulously. And you can see it. It just goes all the way from about here around past the bees. Those are the hazelbirch trees and the pear tree. So everything left of that is new. And then over here, it looks terrific. Nice and lush and green. It will have to thicken up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty sparse, but it will. Here's the bad. The tree cracked from the weight of all the fruit on the branch. We're leaving it on here. We're going to leave this branch on here so that the fruit can ripen on this big branch. And then we'll cut it off. It's very disappointing. It's pushing down this branch as well. But I'm just afraid to move it. And there's the poultry. It's just loaded with fruit. I'm hoping that next week it might be ripe enough to pick. It's getting there. So that's the bad. This is the ugly. I bought this at Costco and I planted it. It is a hydrangea. Oh, I'll have to try and figure out the name. Anyways, I bought it. It was $15.99. It looked great. My husband planted it. We water it and it died back. And so I cut it all back. And I'm crossing my fingers, but I'm not sure if it's going to come back or not. And then here's another one, an Annabelle. Now it did look like this. This one looks great. And I have two that just didn't quite get the memo. But oh look, there is some new green coming in there. Crossing my fingers. And this one. Now they've been watered. They've been taken care of. And I don't know. Heat. Today it's going to be very humid and very hot. And I'm going to try and get this done quickly. I'm going to try and weed as much of the hill as I can. Here I go. Okay, well, obviously the hill is too dry for me to get all the roots out, so I'm going to stop and I'm going to water it later, and then I can come out another day and get all the roots out of that goldenrod. So in this little garden, I'm just going to do some deadheading and some maintenance on the delphiniums. Now they might put up another bloom stalk if I trim them really well. So I really don't want seeds, and they're looking a little bit ratty right now. Last year, they bloomed right into the end of October. So I'm hoping that they do that again this year. There, that looks much better. And I can clean up this. There. That looks better. Yeah. Whew. Well, I decided I'm going to make a quick bouquet for the porch. There are cats that live in the house, so I can't have any flowers in there. They will eat them. So what I picked was some Queen Anne's lace, some purple coneflower, some liatris, some ironweed, and some fillers. Okay, so I think I'll start by putting the liatris in. And I'm going to have to actually clean up the stems. Just pulling all the leaves off. Last year we had my daughter's wedding reception on the porch, and we pulled a lot of flowers out of the garden, and we have a wildflower garden on the driveway, and we used a lot of those. So I just like to do this, however I feel fit. And I do like things a little loose and airy. Okay. Got these roses from the garden, and they are covered in thorns. And these are Royal Bonica. They're a shrub rose, and they just flower all summer long. And I do nothing to them. I don't cut off the dead flowers, and they just keep producing flowers. They're very thorny. And you can see how this is producing another flowering stem, because this one's almost done. And it just does it on its own, which is kind of a nice way to have flowers. And we planted a hedge, and they've really, really set the house off. And I got a lily from my garden that's getting eaten by that dreaded lily beetle, and I keep going out and picking off the leaves and picking the bug off them. That's in there. It smells wonderful. I'm just going to strip all the leaves off. The coneflowers are outdoing themselves this year. And this was just a spur of the moment to do it, to make one of these. And I probably should have had a bucket of water out there to keep everything cool. Hopefully they'll perk up. Got some verbena. Everything seems to be sticking to each other. And then some sea holly, which I want a little shorter. Got some ironweed here. I'm gonna put that in. Now I've got some goldenrod, and it's just kind of droopy, so let's hope that it perks up. Just that little bit of a filler. And I think I can see where I need to change some items around. Like this needs to go over here more, so I'm going to do that. Well, anyways, I hope you liked today's video. It's a little bit of this and that and what's going good and what's going bad in the garden. I feel better for tackling some of the garden on the hill here, the daylily hill. And last night I came out and I cut off all the seed heads of that lupin that was there that I didn't want there. And I am going to dig it out in the fall because it's not where I want it. And I'm hoping that I got a lot of the seeds. And if I didn't, I hope they don't germinate because they like to germinate really well in this province. Anyways, stay cool, stay hydrated, and have a great day. Bye.